What's going on? Charles Botenston here. So obviously the background has not changed, and the reason is that I'm just going on a roll with videos right now, and I just feel absolutely incredible. One of the biggest things is solidifying a habit. Okay, so I've just really just tried to get this in my brain that it's all about the process and not the event. See, the event is I'm hungover. The process is I go to the gym every single day. Okay. So this is what most people think. I go to the gym every single day. I'm hungover. I'm not going to go. Okay. Or the person says, I'm more part of the process. I'm going to go whether I'm hungover, I'm tired, I don't feel like going. Or if they miss one day, they go right back into the process. That's the difference between people that actually they have habits that stick and habits that don't. They don't. They focus on their feelings. They focus on the event of a hang up on a sales call, or that girl saying no, or that guy saying, I'm not interested. They're focused on that and not the process of talking to as many people to get into a relationship, calling as many people to get business, going to the gym to get into shape. People are focused on the events. They're focused on the events. They're not focused on the process. Focus on the process. So how do you focus on the process when shit hits the fan? When you start losing business, like I did. I just lost literally probably five pieces of business that is easily six figures. Okay. So how do I focus on that? Is that I have to be so overwhelmed with options, and which is physical, in other words, options as in leads, and I have to be so dedicated to abundance in the process. Okay, so what do I mean by that? We'll talk about abundance in the process. Regardless of what you think, there is an abundance of everything. There is an abundance of single women who like you into your weird, crazy things, which may be video games or horseback riding or basket weaving or hiking or cycling or whatever the case is. You know what? You know what my buddy Jeff says? I love it. Absolutely love what he says. He goes, I go to bicycling events because that's the type of girl he wants to meet. So he calls it self-selecting. The people that go to these things are self-selecting. The people that go to, say, I don't know, any of these conferences, VidCon, Comic-Con, they're self-selecting themselves that they already like that event. So go to those events. If you like girls in that, or you want to network in those industries, or you want to get business from that, say video or Comic-Con, or there's so many other ones, SuccessCon or whatever. I'm just making shit up. But go to those events if those are the types of girls and guys that you like. Self-select. The second thing is when you're there and you're, say, asking for business, don't focus on the process of meeting as many people as you can, and then you say, that's someone I need to be in a conversation with. This is the problem that a lot of people do in relationships. They have 10 girlfriends or 8 girlfriends, maybe not even, let's be honest. Most of my friends before they got married probably were at 5 girlfriends. And then they said, okay, this is the best one. They obviously slept with more, probably 15, 20 people, I don't know. But you literally say from 20 people, and obviously they've interacted with a lot more people, this is my wife. This is my wife. And then when shit hits the fan, they say, you know what, I'm out. Okay? So they're focused on the event of marriage, not the process of marriage, not the process of a relationship. Listen, when you get into a relationship or you get married, that's when it starts. That's not when the fun times are. That's why people that are really happily married, they know they went through so many challenging things. They went through, this could be for anything, making sales calls, approaching that person, starting a business. People that really put themselves out there and try the hardest, they are not focused on the event. The event is, I got rejected either by a girl, a guy, a business partner, my business went under, I didn't go to the gym today, or I didn't win that event, or I didn't make the team, or I got a C on my test, or I hate this teacher, or this relationship was bad, or I hate my parents. They're focused on the event. Okay? Focus on the process. Focus on the journey. Focus on the destination. Focus on where you want to go, and shit's going to happen. Like I said, I lost literally 6 figures in business. Yeah, like when it happened, was I pissed? Of course. I said, instead of, this is what I asked myself, I said, what can I do differently? What can I do differently? It's not them, it's me. How can I change my approach to actually getting business? Okay, moving on beyond that. Okay, so that's the physical, actual abundance, okay, which is the amount of leads that you have in your business is probably going to be a good sign of how much you do in business. The amount of girls that you're approaching, the amount of guys that you ask out, the amount of times you go to the gym, it's all going to be relevant to the results you get. However, it starts with your mindset. If you don't have an abundant mindset, you're not changing anything. There's this guy, David Goggins. Highly recommend checking him out. David Goggins is unfucking real. So he came out with something that was absolutely incredible. He's a black guy that grew up in the South and just went through hell growing up. Became a Navy SEAL, a Ranger, and like special diver or something. Like the first person to ever do all three. Just an absolute insanity. He's like one of the first black guys to ever, I don't know, like do everything in the Navy. And his motivational speaking is by far one of the best that I've seen. You know, you hear of guys like Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone. They went through tough. This guy went through hell. So he said something very, very, very interesting. So he wanted to qualify and become a SEAL. So what did he do? He trained. Sure enough, he made it into SEAL training. Except he trained his body, but he didn't train his mind. He still had a fat person's mind. He still had a scarce and non-self-acceptance mind. His physical appearance was amazing. You'll see this a lot in the fitness industry, is that a lot of people, their bodies are incredible, but their mindsets are shit. You know, Arnold talks about this all the time. The reason that he won is he would walk up to someone at a fitness competition. He'd say, your calves look kind of short, or your calves look kind of thin. Your back looks a little small right there. And then they get insecure, and then he gets up there and he wins. And it's not about the size a lot of the time. It's how you feel about your size as a bodybuilder, not anything else or something else. So the abundance, how do you get the abundance? Literally, this is only through affirmations. You have to convince yourself. Perfect example, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has literally convinced himself that he's the champ, he's the best. You have to every single day say to yourself, there is an abundance of women. There's an abundance of business. There's an abundance of men. This isn't like in a self-deprecating, like, blah, blah, blah. But if you feel there's scarcity in anything, business, relationships, life, anything, your friends, you're never going to see someone and say, okay, this is great, but I could do better. And I'm not saying grass is greener and everything else. What I'm saying is that if you approach one guy a month or one girl a month, that's 12 people a year. And then after 2 years, you say, okay, this is the best person. What about that one person that approached 100 people over the course of a year, or 200 people, or called 300 people for business, or went to the gym 1,000 times, or they went to the cycling events because that's who they actually wanted to be with, and they met hundreds of people and they sold their business, or they met the girls or the guys of their dreams. It's the abundance mindset which will either parlay into their body or their business or whatever, which is it manifests physically, or you do it and then you have to change your mind. But either way, you need a combination. This is the same people with the lap band. And I'll just leave it on this example, is that doctors say that lap band is where you put something around your stomach and it kind of just squeezes your stomach so you don't eat as much and then you lose weight and blah, blah. But the thing is, it's not permanent. They have to take the lap band off your, whatever, your intestine or your stomach or whatever the fuck they put it. The thing is, their mindset is exactly the same. They lost the weight, but they're exactly the same. You know, you look at someone like Oprah. Oprah lost a ton of weight. I don't know if she got the surgery, but she lost a ton of weight, but her mindset did not change. This is the biggest thing with anyone, is that once you hit a thermometer, or once you hit a temperature, I should say, a temperature of, this is the most amount of money I can make. This is the best my body will be. This is the best my relationships will be. This is all I deserve. I don't deserve abundance. I don't deserve. And it's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to self-sabotage yourself, and you're not going to approach pretty girls. You're not going to study for the test. You're not going to try harder to become the MVP within your league on a sports team. You're not going to try and become captain, or you're not going to try and go into a relationship because you think you're too old, or because someone's not going to like you because of some bullshit reason. So the first, the second, and the third. Mindset, manifestation through action, which is put yourself out there and do it as many times as you can. And the third, I don't even know how I got on this subject. I don't even know what the title of this video. I just literally blacked out. And whatever the case is, for me is focus on the process. Shit is going to happen, okay? Events, bankruptcies, breakups, divorces, rejection, whatever you can think of will happen. But if you focus on the end goal of a beautiful body, of a beautiful relationship, of an incredible life, that's what you're going to have if you focus on the process and not the events. So leave your comments below. I hope this helped a little bit. I know it was a complete rant.